In case you were wondering, man, that's terrible. We've got some new mods. So first up is Old Weight Station. This is by Raider, 16.06 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under tools. And that's going to cost you £8 to buy. And honestly, you know, with the name being Old Weight Station, it does definitely have that sort of vibe. So you've got the wooden planks on the old weighing part. Your digital display there. I mean, can we go into here? Oh, we can. Go into the office. You could be the weight master. I'm not even sure if that's the... Wasn't, oh no, it's the weighman. That's the correct name for somebody that runs a weighbridge. But alright, fair enough. Next up is Old Polish Garage. This is by Michu77, 21.38 megabyte on the download. And as you can imagine, it's going to be under sheds. And that's going to cost you £35 to buy. And obviously, it's a shed. Bit of an old style, as the name would give it away. But that being said, I like the detail on the doors. So like, yeah, just peeling a little bit. Once you get inside, obviously you can see it's been used. Definitely been used. Got all mud slung up the wall and everything. Yeah, I've got a little workbench down here for the decoration. You've got two doors. You've got that one there. And we've got these shed lights just there. Well, that being said, are they outside? Interesting, because I've put the shed lights on. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's the middle of the day. And it's... okay, there doesn't seem to be any shed lights, and they've got to be outside, haven't they? There isn't any lights outside. Alright, fair enough. Although, if we look in that direction, it does, it's on the end. It's the end wall. Alright, fair enough. No problem. I mean, obviously, if you're down here, you're golden. Maybe in the middle, you might... I suppose you've got one that end. Alright, no problem. And next up is Diesel Tank. This is by Raider, 9.69 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under containers. Now, it's got an 8,000 litre capacity, and it's only going to cost you £8, which is all right. And you have got a loading in point and taking out point just here, so it is a silo, but you can come down here, you can buy the stuff in anyway. Fair enough. Now, obviously, you know, if you want to go to the shop, maybe get a bit of a better price, entirely up to you. Check that out. Maybe you've got like a facility that makes diesel. You just want to store it in here. I mean, it does look good. I mean, the old rustiness on that tank. That looks ace. Right, next up is PGR Office. This is by Raider, 13.66 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under farmhouses. Now, it's going to cost you £55. And obviously... it's the office from PGR map. But you got your sleep trigger and your wardrobe trigger at the front. So apart from that, it is a decorative placeable. I mean, obviously you are going to need a sleep trigger, do you? Unless you want to actually go through the night, mind you. But, alright, who wants to do that? Can we get up the ladder? Come on, come on. No. Too shallow on the slope. But that being said, I mean, it looks alright. I mean, if you're going for that look, you know, a little bit of out in the stick sort of thing. Yeah, very nice. Right, next up is Hay and Silage Production. This is by Biggins, 11.54 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Productions. Now, it's going to cost you £53 to buy, and you have your usual silage shenanigans. So you've got your production chain menu just there, so you can turn your chaff into silage, your grass into hay, and then your grass into silage. I mean, just bung your grass in. That's so easy. Easy indeed. So you got your loading in point, taking out point just there. I mean, it doesn't take up that much space, so yeah, it's alright, that is. Right, next up is Polish Garage. This is by Raider, 26.72 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under sheds. Now, this is going to cost you £85 to place down, and once you do, I mean, again, I think we've had a few from Raider today, and they've all looked great. I mean, the old texturing on the walls and on the doors, they look ace. Why can't we open that door? Have we got to go through a side door? Oh, here we go. Here we go through this one. There we are. Open it from the inside. No, I'll spin it around. Oh, there. That's why it's bolted into the ground. Fair enough. You got to take that bolt out first. Oh, I like that. That is ace. Little hook latch, whatever you want to call it. Open those up. Moves that. That's a nice animation. I like that. And obviously, a bit of storage area. I mean, you could put some pallets or big bags on there, no problem. And we'll come over here and we're going to have the same sort of thing, I'd imagine. So we'll go through the small door, and there's a few oil drums, and yes, The latches are on the inside. I'll take them. That's a. I like that. I mean, you got a little latch holding it onto the ground. You've got to move that out of the way first. And then the door opens. That is awesome. Next up is Old Machinery Shed. This is by Betanoe Lucas. 11.02 megabyte on the download. And as you can imagine, it's going to be under sheds. And that's going to cost you 17 grand to place down. And there is no options. But that being said, it's looking good. When you got the junk bar, the posts themselves. I mean, that just looks like it's rustic. Oh, yeah, I know we have some great textures in the game, but that looks awesome. I mean, maybe not on that one. The light's not in the right direction, but there. That looks brilliant. I mean, the underneath as well, because you've got the old corrugated steel roof. I mean, the arches under there looking great. Brickwork over here. I mean, I know it's a simple shed. You know, drive-through option, open-sided and whatever, but that looks brilliant. And next up is Gatehouse. This is by Raider, 5.62 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under decorations and others. Now, so they're going to cost you 250, and it is a decorative, obviously, it's being a decorative menu. But that being said, for a decorative object, this looks really good. I mean, we've had a few from Raider today, and to be fair, they are all great. I mean, the detail on all of them looks awesome. I mean, you could put the old doormat down there and make it into a sleep trigger. That would look great. And next up is L-shaped barn. This is by VN11.0, 44.4 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under sheds, as you can well imagine. Now, first up, we've got the L-shaped shed itself, 78,050 to buy. We then got this standalone shed on its own, 37,050 as well. Now, both of them have the option to put the old solar panels on the roof if you fancy it, and they also have the option to change the colour of the roof, so you go for whichever one you want. Now, once you've got them placed down, obviously it's an area for you to store your stuff, so we'll open up the doors like that. There you are. Once you're inside, a decent set of decent space once you get inside. I mean, yeah, you're not going to get wide things in, but I think you should be alright. That door, potentially the more on the top of a big harvester you might struggle with, but I mean, this is alright indeed. I mean, we're going to this one, so that's going to have a little round the corner job like that. Oh, indeed. I mean, over here you got a little, I suppose, a workshop. Not actually a workshop, but, you know, just facilitating the whole thing. Then we've got a door that slides open like that. And then we've got two big doors just there. And obviously we've got the standalone barn, which is basically got 4 big doors on the front. Yeah, open up like that. Plenty of space inside. Oh, they're alright, they are. Next up is Big Polish Garage. This is by Raider, 24.6 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under sheds. That's going to cost you 75.5 grand. And like we said before, the things we've had from Raider today, they are looking on point, I must admit. So we'll come over here and we got this door. Oh, do we need to go for a side door again? Alright, let's have a little look on the inside of what's behind these doors. No, nice latch animation. We can't go on that side. So we've got a little bit of a handball job in there. So you just bales and pallets, that sort of thing. There we are. We're open. No, I did have the door opening. There we are. Does the small one? Okay, so what about the large one? Have we got to do that from the inside? So we've got something there. No, it's gone. Close the gate. So inside is there an opening? Come on, there we are. Oh, we had something there. Open the gate. No, oh, that's it. You got to open the small door as well. Oh, that's ace. Oh, I do like that. I mean, once you get inside, I mean, it does look good as well. So we come over this one. Can we open this one there? Oh, we can do that one from the outside. That's all right. So a little bit of storage in there as well. And obviously next door, yeah, you're probably going to have to put your bales and pallets in there by hand. But, all right, fair enough. This side's a little bit bigger. Oh, yeah. Well, I guess in the same room, but okay. Then we go up the stairs. There we are. So what's in here? What's behind door number 4? Can we get in? Oh, crouch down. Oh. Oh, indeed. Look at this. Oh, dear, oh, dear. I mean, got the windows, let some light in. I mean, it's like one of those abandoned film places. It gives me that sort of vibe. Oh, that's ace. I mean, the detail on it, though. Like the rustiness on this staircase. That's brilliant. Right, next up is the American Midwest Truck Shop. This is by ICAS, 10.7 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under tools. Now, it's going to cost you 150 grand to place down, and it's got a bit of a silo on the outside as well, so you can come and buy some stuff in. So let's click on that there. So diesel, 35,000 litre capacity, and you've got your taking out point just there. So once you've got your diesel all sorted out in your vehicle, we'll come to these, open it up. I mean, plenty of space in here. I mean, you've got your workshop menu just there by the cabinets. That looks ace. I mean, you've got these doors that open up either side. So if you're going with like a semi-trailer on the back of your truck, you're not going to get stuck. You just drive in one side, out the other, no problem. Now, you do have the option. So if you was to go and buy one and you wanted to place it down, it comes as white. And you do have the option of customization, put some solar panels on the roof, and then you can change the colour to whichever one you want. But that being said, if you got some big truck trailer combos on the go, this could fit in nicely. Next up is Manure Bassin. This is by DMI 20mm Normandy, 4.36 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under silos. Now, we've got two different versions here. So we've got the fenced off version, 12.5 grand, and then we've got the unfenced version, also 12.5 grand. Now, they're both going to hold 450,000 litre capacity. But this one really does do that to your ground. So just bear that in mind. So you got your loading in point just there, taking out point as well. Now, I don't know what's going on with this because this area is nice and flat. And it's had a bit of an issue when I placed it down. So just be a little bit careful. Now, I did place one right across here just to see if it is just how I placed it down. And that's raised up as well. So maybe the ground area has been a little bit of a problem for having the gap in it, but it definitely excavates some land for you. So I would say go for the fence version. Just requires a little bit less preparation. We'll just say that. Next up is Pack of Greenhouses. This is by Bart, 21.26 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them, as you can imagine, under greenhouses. Now, we've got four different versions. So we've got this one here, the small greenhouse made of windows. We then got the foil tunnel. We've then got the small foil tunnel. And then on the end, we've got the small greenhouse made of windows number 2. Now, obviously, these are going to be doing your usual shenanigans. So you got your pallet spawn point just there. You got your loading in point just there for your water. And then you got your production chain menu inside here. Now, I will say this. You can duck in, that's better. Yeah, you can do the usual shenanigans. That's great. But I have struggled getting water into here. I didn't seem to be able to get the trigger to pop up to put the water in. I've tried my usual tanker. I've tried the standard base game tanker. I've even tried a water distributor, which does it a little bit. Now, I've had these greenhouses on the go for 3 months, and all we've produced is a little bit, well, of those ones, spring onions. I've only got 6 litres of water left now. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it needs an update. I mean, they look good. I mean, I'm sure once they get updated, they'll be great. Next up is Toolshed Large. This is by Zani317, 4.86 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under decorations. Now, it's only going to cost you 5 grand, and it is a decorative object. But, that being said, it's looking good, I must admit. I mean, you've got the door that opens. I mean, small little workshop in there. You've got one of the press just there. We'll come over here, and we've got this door that opens up as well. It's another little workshop. I mean, you can put your, look at that. You can put your chainsaw down in there. That is all right. I mean, you could, well, let's face it, you could put quite a few chainsaws down. You've got little storage space for your horse brush and then your spray cans as well. That's all right. I don't think we've seen that since the new game came out. I don't remember seeing one anyway. That being said, that's all right. So next up is additional Filltypes. This is by Wessel, 24.95 megabyte on the download, and it's this is a little bit of a different one because yeah, as the name would suggest, it's different loose stuff. We'll call it that. So we have got limestone, we've got gravel, we've got construction gravel, we've got crushed stone, we've then got tumbled stone, we've got sand, we then got coal, soil, then we've got topsoil. We've got pot soil, we've got dirt, we've got organic waste, we've got compost, and then we got charcoal on the end. Now, obviously, the website does say, new field types. It doesn't require, well, it doesn't change anything from a gameplay element. So you could use it as, part of your role play, or more importantly, it says other modders can use it with their facilities, and the modder Wessel himself is going to be using them on future facilities as well. So that's great. But what I did manage to do with these is buy them out of the buyable silo. Yeah, that's where I got them all from. And just for covering all the bases, they will sell at the Sell Everything silo. So add these into your roleplay. It's like the dirt one. You could easily, go down the road of selling the stuff off. Topsoil, the pot soil, sell it off at people's houses. Do a bit of composting, bit of gardening, that sort of thing. Oh, very nice. Right, next up is Limestone Quarry. This is by Wessel, 78 kilobyte on the download, and you're going to find it into production chains. Now, you may be thinking, don't we have one of these base game? And you'd be right, we do. But this has got 2 versions, and it's half price. Well, to be fair, the base game version is like 99 grand. So this one, the fast version, or the standard version, it's only 45 grand, which is all right. You have got a slower version for 10 grand. That's all it's going to cost you. Now, there is it's a required mod, to be fair, that goes along with this, and it's the one we just seen, the old additional field types. But all right, fair enough, is what it is. So if you do want to get some, I say freestone. I mean, this is the fast one, and it's definitely filled up. Let's face it, it's definitely filled up. But even if you went for the slow one, I mean, that's only 10 grand. That is well cheap. Right, next up is Dynamic Crushable Rock Pack. This is by Squiggles, 17.63 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under big bags. Now, I remember when this came out in 22. It's a different thing. We'll say that anyway. I do like different anyway. So you've got all these different rocks. It starts off with the rock number 1, which is actually up there. So for 100. And basically, they're all going to cost you 100, the rocks themselves, but they do vary in size. I mean, that one's 2.7 ton. I mean, 1.2 ton. Obviously, you get the idea. I think the biggest one's like 3.5, which is that one. Fair enough. Now, obviously, these are fairly big, some of them anyway, once you get them out and, buy them at the shop. And what you do get in this pack as well is some fork pallets, some fork blades, pallet forks, that's the word for it. So you've got an option for front loader, for your skid steer, for your telehandler, and your wheel loader versions. Now, obviously, you can change the colour. You go for whichever one you want, obviously, depending on what vehicle you've got. Now, obviously, depending on what vehicle you've got would depend on what stone you go for, because if you've got like a skid steer, you're not going to be able to use one of the big ones. You're going to need a wheel loader. But what these forks do have is straps. So I've gone and got a big stone. There we are. So we just come up to it like that. Underneath, got the forks on, put the straps on, and we're away. So I've got 2.5 ton of stone on the front of this wheel loader. And what you can do is obviously you go sell it off if you want, no problem. Or you could go and put it into a trailer. So if you were going down the road of, you've got a quarry, you want to place some of these stones in there and you dig them out, that sort of thing, you can do that. So just come up with a trailer, just lift it over the top. Once it gets there, it's going to start loading into the trailer. There we are. And once you're done, the stone's going to disappear and you carry on to the next one. That's awesome. I mean, to be fair, I would say get it just for the straps on the pallet forks. That could come in handy for all sorts of jobs. And next up is Olives and Olive Picker. This is by Rowley Christie 1 VSR Modding Sir. 17.36 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it under Olive Harvesters. Now, this is ace. I remember when this came out in 22 as well. This was awesome. 1590 litre capacity, 85 horsepower requirement from your front loader, tractor, whatever you're using. 6,700 to buy. You have the option of main colour. That is going to be those bits. Your design colour is going to be those bits, and you also are going to need to put in some hydraulic oil. So you buy this at the shop, obviously fill up your olive harvester, jobs are good, which is what we've got here. Fair enough. Now, these trees are not the standard ones. They do come as part of this pack, and you're going to find them under your productions and your orchards. Well, it says cultivation, but you know, on the orchards, same as your grapes and your standard olives. Right, so what you want to do with this is obviously once you get them grown and are ready to go, there is a note on the website that says once you place them down, come out of the game and save it and go back in, because then you'll have the collisions. I'm just wondering, because I haven't done that, if this is actually going to work. So we'll turn it on. Insufficient power. I've not got a big enough front loader. Hold on a minute. Alright, there we are. So that's a bit better. We've got something that's actually going to run it. So we turn it on. That's obviously going to shake it. Shake the tree itself. Oh, it does work. There we are. I thought with the collisions not being saved, it might not work, but there we are. So off that one tree, we've got 311 litres off of that one, of your olives. There we are. No, it's not 300, it's 31. So we've got 62 off of that one. We'll go on to the next one. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's slow once it's going, mind you, but there we are. So are we going to get anything off of that one? We've gone up to 62. That's as far as we've got. I mean, I'm 93 now, so you're getting about, what, 31 litres per thing, per tree? I mean, it's not the most, let's say it that way, but it is something different, and I do like different. Right, next up is Safety Weight 1000. This is by Smetty, 1.56 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under weights. Now, it's got a 1 ton weight to it. £3.5 grand to buy. You do have the option of stickers, tractor bumper, Fent 2, John Deere 2, New Holland 2, voucher, Deutzfahr, JCB, Massey Ferguson class, Steyr, case, or nothing. So obviously match up with the vehicle that you're doing. And then you got your poles. So you can have white, black, or white. Your main colour is going to be the main colour. That looks all right, actually, like a gold style. All right, fair enough. Design colour, we'll go over red. It's going to do those bits. Design colour again, we'll go over purple. It's going to do that little sticker at the front, but okay, fair enough. And design colour again, we'll go over blue so it stands out. It's going to do that bit. All right, fair enough. I mean, weight obviously going on the front of your tractor. You could use that as like a bale pusher as well. Oh, very nice. Next up is Liftwood. This is by Agricovolution, 1.31 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it on the front loader tools. Now, this is going to cost you 600 to buy. The only option is to change the main colour, but this may just be the easiest way to move logs on console. Yeah, just saying. So once you get it hooked up to the front of your front loader, what you got to do is come across, just get it sort of like in the vicinity, then just put your straps on. There we go. Oh no, I've missed it. I missed the point. Right, there you are, a bit further down. Let's go in from the side. Is that better? Has that got it? No, I had it a minute ago. Come on, when you're ready. Get in there. Right close. Right up close. That's it. Now we've got it. So you just got to get it right there. Just so like it's resting there. We're away. I mean, don't get me wrong. This tree is far too big for this tractor, but oh, that's easy. Right, next up is Telehandler Shovel. This is by Nazab82, 0.24 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Telehandler Tools. Now, it's got a 2,200 price tag. It's got a 6,000 litre capacity, although you can go for a smaller 3,000 if you fancy, and you can go for different versions in between. So you've got 4,000, 5,000, and then back to 6,000. Now, the only other option is going to be to change the main colour. Yeah. I mean, 6,000 on a telehandler. Maybe you need a bit of weight on the back, but that's ace. Right, next up is Hand Spreader. This is by Andy Modding, 2.97 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under winter equipment. Now, this is ace. I'll do like this. Now, it's got a 5 horsepower engine. Yeah, it's you. You push it along. But all right, fair enough. 4 mile an hour top speed, 40 litre capacity, and a 2.4 metre working width, and a 6 mile... That doesn't make sense. 4 mile an hour top speed, 6 mile an hour working speed. Okay, fair enough. Now, you are going to be able to do your fertilizer and lime and your salt as well. So you go for whichever one you want. You then got your main colour, which is going to be the frame, and the design colour is going to be the bucket. Now, this is ace. I mean, you get into it like a vehicle, and then away you go. Obviously, you need to turn your engine on, which is you, but okay, fair enough. So going 4 mile an hour, don't get me wrong, it's empty. You can turn it on like a normal spreader, but okay, fair enough. Right, next up is the Lizard Tow Trailer 3. This is by Castan 18, 6.87 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it on the low loaders. Now, it's going to cost you £9 to buy. You have the option of floor, no, yes, or no. Then you've got folding mechanisms, number 1, number 2, or number 1. So that's going to be the whole shenanigans underneath. And then you've got your rim colour, which is going to be your rims. All right, I mean, need to move a small vehicle around? Yeah, got one of these on the go. Right, next up is the Kärcher HDC 2734 trailer Crossplay. This is by GTX, 3.45 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under miscellaneous. Now, obviously, this is a jet wash that you can tow behind your vehicle. You do have some options, so it's 8,400 to buy, and it starts off with a 10-meter hose. You can extend that up to 30-meter, so obviously, the further you can get away from the actual piece of equipment. And then you've got your rim colour, which is going to be your rims. All right, I mean, maybe like a mobile jet washing. Fair enough. But next up is the Madara Agro Cultivator Pack. This is by Eid123, 36.04 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them under cultivators. Now, we've got 140 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 4-meter working width, 9 mile an hour working speed for 29,800 to buy. You have the option of speed signs, so spin it around the back. There we are. So it puts that speed sign just there. And then you have the colour option, main colour, which is going to be the main colour, as you can imagine. The chassis colour is going to be those bits. The design colour is going to be those bits. And then the rim colour is obviously going to be your rims. Now, if you're thinking 4 meters is a little bit small, well, there's some options. So we've got this one here, the 4.8 meter. Now, the same options as before, apart from you can change your tyres. So you've got your Trelleborg, your BKT, Vredestein, Michelin, Nokian, and then Trelleborg again. You also have the option of a beacon light, yes or no. So where's it putting the beacon light? Let's have a little look. Around the back? On the back bumpers? Where have we gone? Oh, we're on the wrong. There you are. Ah, there we are. It's on the back bumper. No problem. Now, again, you do have a further option here as well. So you've got 6 meter working width. Now, this is going to be the same options as the previous one with your tyres and your beacon lights and your colour changing options. So 4 to 6 meter. They've got you covered. Right, next up is the Fliegl TMK373. This is by Patrick, 12.61 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under trailers. Now, it's got a 45,000 litre capacity, 65 grand to buy, and you do have the option of Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein, and then back to Trelleborg. Now, there's a couple of different options on the go there. And we've got some wide tyres. All right, fair enough. Decals, you can have red, white, or red. Warning signs, no or yes, puts those on the back like that. Design colour is obviously going to be the main body, and then your rim colour is your rims. Actually, that's not that bad in blue and orange. Fair enough. Right, next up is the Lizard TRA 500. This is by Agro 13.46 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under cars. Now, it's got a 145 horsepower engine, 71 mile an hour top speed. I'm not sure that's advisable on a quad bike, but all right, fair enough. It's going to cost you 13 grand to start with. You then change the engine output. Well, you can change the gearbox. You can have it as a manual or an automatic. Then you've got Mitas, Lizard, BKT, Michelin, Vredestein, Mitas, and the Lizard are the best ones. It's those airless tyres. They look awesome, I must admit. Then you've got wheel setups. You've got 3 different models. So Rim 1, Rim 2, and 3. And you've got 4 different models. Oh, 5 different models. There we are. Of your rims. Fair enough. You then got your Model 1 of plastic. This is going to be between the handlebars. So you can have it Model 1 coloured. You have made of plastic with a headlight, made of plastic coloured, and then back to the original one. Then you got hand protectors, you got plastic, then got coloured, and then nothing. Then you got your headlights, so you got your standard, your plastic ones, your coloured, and then back to standard. The exhaust, spin it around the back, so just under the front bumper there, well, the back bumper even. So you got single or double, you got single metallic, double metallic, and then back to the single. You then got your bumper, so spin it back around the front. There we are. So you got your Model 1, Model 2, Model 1 with yellow bumper, Model 2 with yellow bumper, or no bumper at all. Then got camouflage, so we've got standard, carbon fibre. Oh, yes, for the win. And they've got a couple of different versions of the camo, so you go for whichever one you want. But to be fair, I think carbon fibre quad bike, why not? That's definitely a winner, that is. Attaches, so we've got standard, which is nothing, let's face it. You then got rear hitch, side hitch, which is interesting, and then both, and then back to nothing. Then you got your canopy and grill. So currently it's down as grill. You can then add a canopy to it, which is what? Well, that's proper random. Canopy and panel, and then nothing at all, and then back to your grill. Okay, fair enough. Now, I'm going to have to put the old camouflage back to normal. There we are. Because we're going to do some colour changing now. So we've got your main colour, which is going to be, we'll go over pink. Why not? And then design colour is going to be the suspension springs. All right, no problem. Rim colour is obviously going to be your rims. Now, this is ace. Oh, I do like it. Starting off. There we are. That's better. I mean, once you get going, it does whip along. So we've got 71 mile an hour top speed. I mean, we're already at 30. Why not? Oh, this is ace. I mean, those airless rims, airless tyres anyway, they look brilliant. And next up is the Rostselmash RSM 161 pack. This is by Weekend Farmers and Aaron Modding. 30.71 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under harvesters. Now, this has got a 380 horsepower engine, 24 mile an hour top speed, and a 10,500 litre grain tank. 289 grand to buy. The only option is going to be your Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Ravenstein, and then back to Trelleborg. So there's no tyre options other than the brands. Now, obviously, you know, if you fancy Rostselmash, this is looking all right. I mean, 10,500 litre capacity, not bad at all. But you will need a header to go on the front. And we've got this, the Draper Stream 900. 9 metre working width, 6 mile an hour working speed, 53.5 grand. But it does have the built-in header trailer, which is awesome. You haven't got to mess about with either getting stuck or putting it on one of the header trailers itself. It just folds out. That is brilliant. Right, next up is the JCB 220X Excavator. This is by Ross and Mods, 43.35 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under excavators. Now, it's got a 173 horsepower engine and 6 mile an hour. You're not going to be going anywhere fast in this, but then it's not made for speed anyway. So 190 grand to buy. You have the option of amber beacons. So we've got yes, no strobes, yes with strobes, or nothing. Green beacons, yes or no. Obviously, that's your safety beacon. You got your main colour, which is going to be obviously your main colour, and then your grid colour, we'll go for blue. It's going to do those bits. The grill's on the back. Now, obviously, with the fast coupler attachment on the front, there's going to be plenty of things for you to attach to it, but it does come with its own stuff. So first up, we've got the trenching bucket, and this is going to be 800 litre capacity for 9 grand. We've also got the GP bucket, Grand Prix bucket, but all right, 1200 litre capacity for 10 grand. And we then got the grading bucket, which has got a 1600 litre capacity for 11 grand. So if you fancy doing a bit of, logging, digging, you can't really do digging, mind you, in the game. But all right, you just get one of these on the go. That looks ace. Right, next up is the KCX350D. This is by Kenny456, 31.95 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under excavators. Now, we've got two different versions in here. We've got the CX350D and the 350D telescopic. Now, they've basically got the same options, apart from a couple of things in here. So we're going to go with the telescopic one because this is awesome. So 640 horsepower engine, starting price of 270 grand, although it's given us some optional extras to start with. That's it's rather naughty, but okay, fair enough. You have the fast coupler auto tilt, yes or no. So that's going to keep it level for you. Then got your telescopic arm extension. So we've got 16 metre or an 8 metre. Now, obviously, this isn't on the other one, so it is just for the telescopic version. Cab protection, yes or no. So put those bars on there. Windows, you've got standard, your tinted, or your standard. Sliding cab, yeah. Take a look at that in a minute. You then got your main colour, which is obviously going to be your main colour. And then your main colour again is going to be those bits. Wow. That's it's a bit of a contrast, I must admit. And your track colour is going to be the tracks. Now, once you get it out in the wild, this is what it looks like. Oh dear, so you got the usual things on the go where, you know, you're tilting and whatever, but the whole thing about this is the telescopic ability. So LB and RB together and left stick left and right. So I've got the 16-meter one on this. That's wow. It just keeps going. That's it. That's the length of it. That is ridiculous. Brilliant, but ridiculous at the same time. Now, if you were to press Y as well, you get to change the control group to the cab, and we can now move the actual cab itself. So right stick up and down moves your cab in and out like that. So if you're inside and you think, oh yeah, I can have a little look there, and then add enough, just move back. Get a bit of extra sight line. Oh, that is, I mean, look at the state of it. That's awesome. Now, last mod for the day is the map, Michigan map. This is by Taylor Farms and Salty Shorty. 456.58 megabyte on the download. And it's one for the big and open space farmer within us all. So definitely one for the big equipment. Now, if you come on New Farmer, you're going to use 1,283 slots. Also, if you come on New Farmer, you're going to own a bit of land. So you've got your main farm area here, which is 29. You've also got fill 14, fill 28, 30, 31, and 33. I mean, it's a fairly decent amount, that is. I mean, all that. All right, fair enough. Now, there's 3 other start farms you could potentially buy. So you've got one at number 12, you've got one at 42, and then you've got one down the bottom at 36. Yes, 36. Once you zoom in, you can actually see the number. Now, obviously, your start farm here, the one you get on New Farmer. First off, you've got your wardrobe trigger by this door. There we are. And then we'll come around this side, and we've got our sleep trigger by that door as well. We'll come over the road. And watch out for traffic. Don't be getting run over. And we've got these 3 barns, sheds, whatever you want to call them. They're over here. So first up, we've got this one, which is going to be your workshop. Now, you open up the doors, obviously pull your vehicles in, hit the spanner, fix them all up. Jobs are good. And nice shed, that is. Nice workshop. Then you come over here, and we've got 2 big barns. Let's face it, they are huge. Look at the stuff inside. Dear, oh dear, there's loads of it. And then we've got the second one over here. Is there anything behind door number 3? No, this one's empty. All your stuff is in the one barn. That being said, that is a lot of stuff. So what have we got here? So we've got the Amnitech 2720 Harvester Scrub, the Amnitech 3750 Defoliator, the Case IH 3050 Terraflex 28 foot, the Case IH 4408, the Case IH Axial Flow 7150, the Case IH Steiger 715 Quad Track, the Challenger MT665, the Great Plains Solid Stand 1500, the Horse Maestro 2450 SV, the Hardy Mega 1200L, the Hardy Mega 1200L Tank, the John Deere 6R145, the John Deere 8RX 410, the Crampy SKS 301050, the Summers Super Chisel CP 2050, and the Volvo VNX 300. Now, to be fair, you don't see Volvo very often as the starting equipment, but I must admit, great to see it, especially in that red. This is definitely a case farm. And plenty of size. I mean, apart from that, which is that's a little out of place. Everything else is on a big scale. But apart from that, when we're talking about big scale, when we get out and have a little fly around, you could see just how big and open, mainly flat, couple of rolling little hills, maybe the ditch here and there. But you are not going to have problems with using big equipment. You know, some maps are a little bit tight. Yeah, maybe don't go down the ditch with one, mind you, but yeah, there's a few trees as well if you wanted to, but this is definitely one for a lover of big equipment. Oh, that's ace.